Hey guys, up Sanyu, and it's time for another video. This one I think is pretty exciting. This is a compilation of drops that I've gotten in the last year from Bandos, my favorite boss of the game. Most of these you'll see are actually from like the last 2 weeks or so, but I say the last few months and such because this one was actually even more than a few months ago. This was from March of this year. I basically met these two guys. I'm not even sure how I met them, but their names were Tanny and Ham, and they basically wanted to do Bandos with me. And so I did Bandos. I did some Bandos with them, and they were a little bit lower level than me, but I was down to for Bandos. Like I said, it's my favorite boss, and we actually got a very good drop, as you'll see here very shortly. I don't usually do Bandos as a trio because the drops don't split very well because they're not worth that much generally. Where to the point where trio is worth it. Usually duo is best or solo. But here's this drop. Look at that, Bandos Tassets trio. I think this was actually after one of our guys had to teleport out, but we did split it with him, as you'll see in a few seconds. But I thought that was really cool that these people I barely knew were willing to do Bandos with me, but not only that, but they were willing to split when they probably could have just gotten away with it and kept their 6 or 7 mil or whatever it was at the time. But yeah, as you see here, I did meet with the guy right after, and he was willing to split it with me, which is really cool of him. So shout out to Tanny B and Ham as well for being just good people in general, as far as I can tell from the internet. So the next pictures you'll see are actually from the last 2 weeks or so, and unfortunately they're just pictures I wasn't recording. I pretty much will always record from now on after these pictures, but here we go. So me and Killers455, he's a max player who I've known for years. We got a Bandos chestplate duo. This was, I think, October 22nd, so pretty recent, and that was about 13 mil, so that's a two-way split, and that's just a nice little thing. And I think it was our like second Bandos trip in months, so that was really nice. And I've had quite a decent amount of luck with Bandos. I've had 2 Tasset solo videos. Some of you guys may have seen. I'll put them in the description if you haven't. But I think the best drop we got was this, as you'll see right about now. I actually got a pet General Grardor, which is my first pet in RuneScape, old school RuneScape, other than cats, of course. I was really happy about this. We were kind of freaking out about it. There's a 1 in 5,000 chance of getting a pet. So you see there I do have a 505 kill count, although that's probably more like nearly 1,000 because I did a lot of my Bandos kills before the kill count update was released, as you'll see in some of my other videos. But yeah, I was really happy about that. My first pet in old school, other than cats, of course. So this was actually on Monday night at like 3 a.m. or something like that. I think I don't have any classes that I have to get up for super early on Tuesday. So anyway, so this was actually a solo, and I'm going to show you the whole video of the solo. I'll speed it up, of course, so you don't have to really sit around too long. But on the one of these kills of the solo, I get a very good drop, and it's actually the 3rd kill. So, but just to give you guys an idea that I do sort of still solo Bandos quite often, in part for fun and because I've had good luck with it in the past, as I've said with 2 Tasset drops. If you don't know the story behind those, and again you could watch the videos, but the first one took ages to get, and the second one I got very quickly right after the first one. So it's not like I always get lucky at Bandos, but I can't really say that I've been unlucky, so to speak. So for this trip, it was kind of interesting. It was one of my first trips trying a Bandos chestplate over a Corill's top. And that it doesn't really matter that's a Bandos one. You could also have like toe rags or D-hide if you wanted to use Corill's. But I tried going with more range defense here on this setup, and I think it worked out because even though the major still hit me occasionally, more often, the extra range defense, along with the Crystal Shield, which by the way has the highest range defense in the game, above the Dragonfire Shield actually, I think the over 400 range defense really helped me, also 99 defense as well, and Sarah Brood, but so I might implement this more in the future and not bother with the Corill's top, because I'm 99 mage, so that gives me decent magic defense, and also I have at least a positive magic bonus, and the major isn't super accurate anyway, so I don't think it's that necessary to have great magic bonus, although probably if you're going duo you would still want a high level of mage bonus, or defense rather. So this was the final kill, and I believe I actually screwed up this trip a little bit because I forgot to have Piety on for the 2nd kill. I believe that was this trip. You'd have to check the tape. But so here's the final kill. BGS spec missed, which is very bad. If the BGS spec hits, the kill is 10 times easier because his defense is lowered potentially significantly. I think I've spec'd him over a 60 before, so that really helps and can make the kill quick. But there was not going to be any luck like that on this kill, at least in terms of BGS specs, but there's a little bit of luck coming up, as you'll see. So here I'm pretty much taking a lot of damage, and I'll make the clip normal speed here now. So I'm out of food, and he still has like nearly over a third of his health left, so this looks pretty desperate. But if you get lucky and your defense holds up, this might happen. So here we go, get a good whip hit, and then what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go for broke and go for the BGS spec, which I have another of now actually, and just going to hope that it kills, and if it does, then I'll be safe. So here we go. This kill depends on this BGS spec hitting, and boom, he's dead. So let's see what I get. Solo. Another Bandos chestplate. Can you believe that? I could not believe it. That's just so insane what my luck has been here recently. I don't think I even... Oh, I think I actually did kill the minions, yeah. I might as well. Oftentimes, I'll just, if I'm like low HP, because the minions can hit like 25, so you want to be careful, but I think I had enough here. By the way, I've never gotten anything from the minions other than Godsword shards, which I've gotten tons of in general. Which maybe that'll be the next thing to happen, me to get like tacits off the minion, which is extremely rare. But yeah, I was very happy about this. You can't really complain about another 13 mil, and I had actually just spent some money on revamping my house, and the house update is great, by the way. I really like how you can move rooms around now, and you could also have like a restore pool. I have one for 1 energy and such. I also made the max hit dummy, so if you guys want to see a maxing video, I had a lot of fun with that recently. Maybe I'll make a video, but yeah, here we go, 13 mil. So that's pretty much my cash stack right now is 13 mil because I spent a lot of money on tassets as well as construction and such. So yeah, really great luck, but I think the highlight of this video is still got to be the pet. A pet is extremely rare, as I said, 1 out of 5,000. You could get as much money as you want ever from staking, but you might never get a pet, so I was really happy to get one. So that's about it for this video, guys. I actually do have a guide as well for Bandos, even solos, if you would like to check that out, so I'll put a link for that in the description. And if you have any questions about Bandos, let me know. I'm no major expert, but I think I know what I'm doing. And let me know if you guys like the Bandos pet, the General Garter one. I actually really like it. My friend wasn't too upset about not getting it because he's not a big fan of the General Garter pet. So let me know what pets you guys would like to get if you could get one. I think I'm pretty happy with the Bandos one, personally. It was funny, my friend actually said, I'm going to teleport, so you have to, because he didn't want me to die and lose the pet. But I now have the insurance on the pet, so that won't be a problem anymore. So anyway, guys, like this video if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't already, and shoutouts to Not Cold on Twitter, Fire on the Pyre, for my new outro. Let me know if you guys like that as well. I'm very happy about it. And yeah, join Andrew AJT62 Clan Chat, as well as follow me on Twitch and Twitter for updates down below. So have a good day, everyone, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.